Welcome. Rabid will be with us shortly, but first, everything discussed on today's show is not financial advice. Please do your own research and never mind to an exchange, especially trade over. Now hit that like button.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Rabid here. It is Saturday, time for our live stream and do all sorts of fun stuff. Maybe. Something like that. This is a special broadcast. Yeah, that was a special broadcast, guys. So you've been warned. Hit that like button, though. We do have 71 viewers currently, only 20 likes. So I think we can do a little bit better than that. Come on, guys. Let's do this. And some other things. I also want to point out, it's going to be a shorter live stream than usual, about 45 minutes. I have an alarm set for like Q2 because I got to get my nodes and stuff online. Godzilla just released. The new Zilla movie is out, so I'm actually taking the little one to it, and I plan on leaving, around noon, which is top of the hour. So we're going to try and shut it down about 50 minutes early, so I want to point that out. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, yeah, so new Zilla movie. Go and check it out. Let's do a quick live chat, see who we got in the house today. So I do see Ogre MGTOW. I do see the Pirate. Budweiser. I don't know how that one worked out. Hopefully it went okay. Huh? How about that? Oh, let's see if this one works. My buttons are kind of working today, so I'm doing some stuff.
Rud butts.
Yeah, crazy stuff like that. 40, what's going on? The Pirate, Fully Electrics in the house. Mike Baldwin, Alvatus Jokabuckus. What's going on? Scrolling through. Sadie Sometimes is here. What do we got? First Time 13, Rudy Chanel. We got Crypto Kirk, Montana Servakis, Case Rocker. Scrolling through. Eugene Apache, what's happening? Bad Cat, what's going down? Ace K. J. Alexander. Okay, coming. What do we got? I just jumped around when I was saying Polka Dot Door or something. It's not Polka Dot Door. It's something else. But now I don't know where it was. Jay, I saw something poke. I apologize if I missed you. Dark Knight, what's going on? Bahamas Zikaris. Dirty Diaper Bandit was with us. So he's that's probably Biden's personal person there, Dirty Diaper Bandit, because depends and all that stuff. What's going on? Let's just check some other stuff happening here. Anyone over here? I see Fudweiser 1 over here. I see Scafer happening over there. Tangent Wallet update. I haven't checked on see if any updates. I do know they're adding new coins. There are some new coins here soon, so maybe we can do a Google search or something in a minute and see what's happening. Scorpio, are you guys rich yet? I don't know. Guys, are you rich? I'm not rich, but maybe hopefully soon we're all rich, right? That's what it's all about, waiting for that bull run, waiting for those prices to go 6 to 100x, and then we make a lot. Right now we're not really making much, depending what you're mining on. Biden's diaper stays no one's changing that. No one's going near that thing. No one's going near that else. So I want to bring up one thing here. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this or not, but there's still a lot. You guys are probably very well aware of this, but there's still a lot of people that have no idea about crypto or how it works or anything, including having events. So I don't know if you guys seen this or not. Son of a tech reposted this, and I just had to. Have you guys seen this before I even play this? Did you guys see this? We're only going to play like 10-15 seconds of it, but this is, I don't even know what to say about this. Okay, you know what? Let's just jump into it, and you guys can hear for yourself, because I'm curious what you guys have to say, but this is what this guy thinks the halving means. You ready? Let's do this.
The Bitcoin halving is going to be crazy. I don't know why more people aren't talking about the fact that they're going to remove half the Bitcoins from the planet. If there's 21 million Bitcoins right now, and they remove 10.5 million of those Bitcoins, then there's going to be 10.5 million Bitcoins left. And if there are 10.5 million Bitcoins left, then the price of each Bitcoin surely will go up, because everyone knows demand and supply. If the
Yeah, so did that come through all right? So this guy thinks they are cutting half the supply of Bitcoin. Like, who thinks that? How does that even come into light? Like, even through rumor mills, it doesn't get that bad. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say to that. That's on a whole nother level of not doing your own research when it comes to crypto. Like, what is going on? That must be a prank, right? That must be a joke or something, but Yeah, you know, I can't see anyone realistically thinking that, but I guess you never know. You just never know. Like, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny, so I'd share it. Like, I don't. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That is crazy. I can't wrap my head around that. You know, it's craziness, craziness. What do we got here? Suntech. Oh my gosh. Hey, Rabid, what's the most efficient CPU right now? The 7950 X3D looks like a pretty darn efficient CPU based on the previous testing I've been doing lately, especially with those new tweaking settings. Also, I haven't tried those exact settings on the 7950X yet. I still want to do that to see how that comes in. Now, I'm going to have to move my test bench. I got some stuff coming in. I'm kind of behind on the times when it comes to checking out miners. It seems like I was last to get everything here, so I do have a special edition Kaspa KS0 Pro coming in. That should be here. All this should all be in next week sometime, so I'll check that out. As you know, my original KS0 Pro, no matter what I did with it, even with a big full-fledged inline fan blowing right in on it, it could not be overclocked. So, you know, obviously we know a lot of KS0 Pros can't be, other ones can be. So, you know, I might try to throw the fan shroud or something on it. I'm going to try it without it first to see how it does. Then I'll throw a shroud and a fan on it, see if it'll overclock or not. So I plan on testing that thing out. I also got a KA box coming in from Gold Shell. That's supposed to be here soon. Now, I did see Pandas was getting very hot. I didn't see Voscoin really mention anything about that at all. So I'm wondering if it's a silicon lottery, bad batch type of things going on here. So I'm going to see how warm, obviously, this one gets. And we'll be testing powers and average hash rates. Because I do like to make sure I know fully how the miner is working. Like, you know, average hash rates at the pools after an X amount of time. Not just turn it on. If you just turn on a miner, check out power and stuff, you know, usually it's wrong. I do like to test power after about a full day and stuff, you know, 2 hours, 4 hours to a full day after the fact when everything's all nice and warm, because the efficiency does drops as things heat up, and that's more power that you'll be using other than an initial boot up. So I like to do a lot of bigger, larger testing to give my numbers in the first place. So those will be coming sometime towards the end of next week, but I have those things coming in early next week. So hopefully we'll see how that all plays out and how those things actually do when it comes to mining crypto right now. Other things, what do we got here? So let's start with this guy right here. Bitmain, new miner announcement from Bitmain here. And it's kind of interesting because people like are just getting in their S21s, aren't they? Aren't they like, because wasn't it like on like a 4 or 5 month delay when they first announced them in November or something? And then you have to wait till like, March maybe. Maybe they started shipping already. I think they're actually shipping now finally. But now all of a sudden, you know, it's like not even a month after people started getting S21s, we got an S21 Pro. Like, come on, Bitcoin miners. What's going on here? So we got S21 Pro newly launched, 234 terahash announced at 3,500 watts. That's insane. That's crazy. It looks amazing, but guess what? As a home miner, guys, remember, as I mentioned, do your own research. I don't recommend home miners to mine Bitcoin, you know, for the amount of power and the network hash rate. So let's just take a look at some things right now at ASIC miner value. These guys right here. So let's have a look on what they're saying. Let's just look at the where is it? They got I think they have the S21 Pro. Yeah, they have it right here. It says state to come in July. Now this thing is around $5,000 right now. So it's pretty expensive, and it's currently making $15.44 a day at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Remember, this is releasing after the halving, which is going to happen. So this is going to be cut down by 50% by the time this thing even starts shipping. So 1544, let's do some quick mathematical stuff on my calculator on my phone because it's faster than Googling a calculator. I'm just going to divide that by 2. This thing is going to be making $7.72 a day at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Now, yes, Bitcoin price is going to go up. So we need Bitcoin to at least double in price for it to get back to $15.44. I really think Bitcoin will do that, sitting at what, $70,000 right now. So about $140,000 Bitcoin will be back to this profitability per day after the halving. Now, the other thing we got to keep in mind is there are all these new miners coming on board, and all the giant mining farms are going to be updating. So we're going to see another another huge spike, but we're just going to continuously see huge spikes happening on Bitcoin all the way through this entire bear market. When they were like making nothing, you were still seeing increase in hash rates like crazy happening on the network. And now, so, you know, it's going to drop. So 1544 a day, you know, by the time the peak of the bull run hits, this thing might only be making like $9 a day. At the absolute peak of the bull run, and then you just bought at that time. It's probably gonna be worth $8,000 or $9,000 because Bitcoin's on a new all-time high, and all these new crazy things are happening. So you know, they just, for the amount of power that Bitcoin miners use, there's so much hash rate. You really need very cheap power to mine Bitcoin. So you know, that's just one thing I like to point out all the time. Even though it's the safest, most secure coin stuff out there, you're better off with something like, I don't even know, like. Obviously, the Kaspa miners are still rocking. A lot of the Bitcoin miners are actually ranking up in high profitability now, but all this is going to be cut in half. Now, one thing we still have with the unknown with Bitcoin, though, is the ordinals. Now, the ordinals could cause massive Ethereum level pre-1559 fees. Now, if that happens, these things could be extremely profitable. So I just went through the cons. Here's kind of the pro side of things where, you know, we could see possibly 12 Bitcoin block rewards. Even though we're at 6.25 or something now, it's going to drop to a little over 3. We could jump up to some days seeing 11, 12, 15, maybe even like 20 Bitcoin block rewards happening due to the fact that the mempool fills up with all these stupid ordinals that are now on Bitcoin. So that's the other side where we have an unknown factor to Bitcoin miners where, you know, this may be decent, but overall, most of the time, it's not going to be that well. So, you know, I just wanted to bring to a light that we have another Bitcoin miner emerging. Now, I also seen a post. Someone mentioned something the other day that Bitmain did confirm a lithium ASICs. A lithium ASICs for future production. Sounds like they are coming. It's in production. It's going to be coming out. I don't know when they're going to actually release numbers or anything, but it sounds like the production part has started for the lithium ASICs. So I've been looking around trying to find anything from Bitmain and anywhere else there. I can't find any information on that to be legit. So right now it's a rumor mill thing. But as you know, they did partner up with the lithium from the hackathon. So all the rumors and spreading of ASICs are coming. You know, I do expect ASICs to hit a lithium sometime soon. But right now, I still cannot find any information that's creditable for that right now. So we'll still have to wait and see what happens. But, you know, they should be coming fairly soon. So, yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on all this whole situation? Post a link to that guy. I need to do some serious trolling. Okay, I'll find the link. Let's just bring this here. Right here. I'll copy this over. All right, I'm going to post a link right here so you guys can all check out the link to this guy. Now he's going to go super viral, so you're welcome, guy. All right, so there. I post the link to him. Oh, man, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I don't believe that. What do we got over here? I want 1 or 2. I meant Rabid mining. Oh, Rabid mining branded one. You want 1 or 2? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't email him back yet about that. So, you know what? I think I'm going to email. Well, it won't be today. Hopefully I'll remember. Maybe tomorrow I'll email him, tell him, you know what? Let's go ahead with the Rabid branding Tangent wallet, and we'll just see, you know, how many pre-orders we get. Because you do need at least 200, 250 pre-orders or something for them to make the minimum amount required to even sell them. So, you know what? I'll see what they say about trying to go ahead with that and what happens. Zeph is all over the place these days. Yeah, it's down to like, what, $14, $15, which, you know, it could be a healthy drop happening here. Now, I know what we talk about. Someone asked bull run. So let's just skip to the end here saying bull run almost here. Bull almost here in the title. You know, I still don't think we're in a bull run. We're definitely looking better. We're at the tail end. We're out of the bear market, but we're not in a full bull. We're in a middle ground, almost like I guess you want to call it like purgatory. Could that be a thing? Maybe. You're just waiting for it to happen. So we're in a transition phase right now. Bitcoin hit a new all-time high earlier than it usually does, but it's all based on the ETFs. Now, the ETFs is a stock. That's not really money. That's not money coming into the crypto markets. It's Wall Street money that's staying on Wall Street, buying stocks, selling stocks. In this case, the stock is Bitcoin, and based on the ETF, they buy, that company they're buying through, BlackRock and Grayscale and all these other ones, if people buy that ETF, they got to buy Bitcoin to match it. And if people sell the ETF, they got to sell the Bitcoin to match it. So that money is not coming into the crypto markets at all. Zero of it is hitting the markets. That's why we are seeing some altcoins go up in price, Ravencoin being a major one right now, seeing some nice moves, but overall we're not seeing that. And I don't think the full-fledged bull market, as most of us don't really mine Bitcoin. Maybe you're getting paid out in it or something, that's different. But the main altcoins, I don't think we're going to see the full-fledged GPU mining, CPU mining, bull run and stuff till sometime by the end of the year. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin price right now. You guys can see this, Ardelio. And as you can see, here is the last halving in 2020. Now, this is a pretty big dip. This is, everyone's saying due to COVID and stuff. So I don't think we're going to see that really happen here. But you can see halving happens, and we've seen nice little upward gains ever since that halving event. But you can see it's nothing major. But by the time the end of the year hits, you can see we go to 2021 there. Here's November, December right here of 2020. And this is when we really start picking up. And then obviously we hit 2021. And then things just, hits that double peak. And we see the all-time high. And then it goes down from here. Now, altcoins is different. Altcoins is a very different situation. Let's take Ravencoin. For example, here is that same time frame we just saw with the Bitcoin halving. Again, COVID, things drop. But after the halving, nothing really happens. It's up, down, kind of sideways. It actually takes a big dip here. The 9th, what is that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it looks like September of 2020. It took a little dip here and then went down, and all of a sudden goes boom. It just skyrockets. That's what happened. This is how an altcoin bull run looks most of the time. Ethereum, a little different. We were mining that on GPUs. It lasted alongside Bitcoin for almost like a full year and a half there. But altcoins, guys, this is why I always say, again, not financial advice, but if you see your altcoin really start to explode, it's not going to last. Altcoins usually pump fast, then die. That's it. Wait for another 4 years. So you do not want to be caught with the bag for too long, unless, you're one of those people that say, well, I'm all in it for the long haul for crypto. 30 years from now, I'm still going to do this. You could sell at this high, wait for the dip, buy back in, quadruple your stash, and wait for another 30 years if you want. But the point here is we can see what happens with altcoins. They just go up, and once they start going up, they skyrocket. For Ravencoin, for an example, in 2021, we have January 28th. It hit a peak at about looks like about a month and a half here. We can see February 20th. So it took it pumped for a solid month. So if you start seeing, an altcoin you have for, even Kaspa, for an example, any altcoin, anything other than pretty much Bitcoin, I guess Litecoin and Ethereum, I would consider technically all other ones are altcoins. Those ones fall, last for a long time, but the altcoins, they go up and they go down very, very fast. So if you see, 3 weeks to a month of solid pumping gains, 20%, 50%, 50%, 50% every single day for like a month, things get insane. You're probably going to be hitting the all-time high in that coin. And I do expect a coin or two to probably hit its all-time this year, not next year when most of the market will. So these are things we really got to keep in the back of our minds, guys, is don't just think, oh, Bitcoin's this, Bitcoin's that. Watch the coin and just make a smart decision for yourself. Go with your gut instinct. But if you see your altcoin explode, it might be leading up to its all-time high. It could be before Bitcoin hits all-time high. It could be after all-time high. And it could be this year. So just be ready for that. There were coins last run that did hit the all-time highs in 2020, and there were coins that actually hit the all-time high January, February of 2022. Flux would be in one of those. It actually happened 2 months after Bitcoin hit its all-time high. So you never know with altcoins, but when it comes to the altcoin bull run, I really think that the major bull run isn't starting for us miners until the end of this year, leading into next year, with the oddball coin really spiking sometime possibly this year. So just be careful and, keep an eye on all this stuff. Hit that like, people, guys. Yeah, we're at 120 viewers, 43 likes, guys. Come on, hit that like button. We need more likes. It's all about the likes. Like. Something like that. Okay, I'm just going to see what's happening in the other one. Troll the noob that is asking for it. Oh, Budweiser. RTM. Oh yeah, there's an RTM thing here. Boom. So last week kind of mentioned, Big Piggy was on. He was saying that they got a major software deal coming in with a large software company. And well, I guess there isn't really too much larger than Microsoft. So it does look like Raptorium and Microsoft got something going on here. I don't know what this really means. Now, Piggy was mentioning when he was on the stream last week that they're getting like over $100,000 worth of developer tools from this partnership. So I guess they're getting a bunch of developing tools that they can utilize that Microsoft has the rights and everything to, that they're going to use to help build the Raptorium ecosystem. So again, don't quote me on any of that. I don't 100% know what all this means, but it does look like they're part of the Mongo database, so that must be part of the Microsoft thing. I'm not 100% sure there. But yeah, so it looks like the Microsoft Startup Program announcement, so partnership with Microsoft and their startup program and all this. So, we'll have to talk to Big Piggy here sometime and see exactly what all this means exactly and what all they're getting and what all they can say and it's happening here. But that looks like was their announcement is a Microsoft partnership kind of going on here with Raptorium. So that's a pretty big deal when you think about software companies, because it's Microsoft. So we got that. That's pretty crazy stuff happening there. Run the likes up. Yeah, run it to the moon. I want one like for every dollar that Bitcoin is. I don't care if we only have 101 viewers. We need that many likes. So we're going to hit 70,000 likes with 100 viewers. The math don't work, but we're going to make it happen. Somehow. We're going to do this. Kaspa Classic. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know what to say about that, honestly. Is that a number one again? This morning it was. Let's refresh. Okay, it's not here, but it's here. So let's just take a look at this. Kaspa Classic was the top coin to mine when I woke up this morning. I couldn't do nothing but shake my head. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, seriously, do you guys know any of the background story about Kaspa Classic? I don't know much. I know one thing is originally when they first posted about it on Bitcoin Talk, it was supposed to be a CPU mineable coin only. So we're okay, random X or maybe some variant of it or something. And then, somewhere through there, they decided that it's going to be a GPU coin. And then they released their blockchain, and it started off with someone started mining to their node for mainnet early, not them. And I don't even know what was going on. They had massive hiccups. It's a total dumpster fire. And then all of a sudden they had to, I don't know what they did. They had to do a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just been a cluster. But now, most likely because no one's mining it, it was the top coin because obviously it didn't have much hash rate. So it makes sense. Less security pays more. You're getting more yields because not many people are on it. They're probably going to get mad at me for saying bad stuff about this coin, but it's been alive since day one. So that's all I got. Oh, wait. Is it really on Pyron Hash? I never did try it to know, but is it actually... anyone mining this can confirm if this is Pyron Hash, because that's another thing they did claim is they worked hard on their own specific algorithm. So if it is on Pyron Hash, they didn't do squat. Oh my gosh. So yeah, another lie there. But I never tried it to confirm if it's actually Pyron Hash or not. Mining Pool Stats did the same thing with, I can't remember, was it NXL? They said it was Carlson Hash, but it wasn't. Or no, they said it was K Heavy Hash, same as Kaspa, but it was actually on Carlson Hash. So it could just be these places saying, they're the wrong ones. So I don't exactly know. I don't know what the algorithm or anything is, but this is dictating Pyron Hash, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not mining it. I don't think I plan on mining it, but that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Kaspa Discord is full of scammers too. Oh, what was it? Speaking of scammers and Discords, this if you guys have kids at home, I highly recommend you to cover their eyeballs now, because this happened in Cedric Coin Discord. I don't know if it was last night or this morning, but I posted some screenshots of the hostile takeover here. Let's just go into ASIC chat here, and we can see this. So this got hacked. I don't know what's going on with all these Discords getting hacked. Like, the mods are clicking on free airdrops. Guys, never click on an airdrop. Airdrop is probably one of the stupidest things to have in cryptocurrencies, because it is 99% of them are scams. So I don't care if legit people tell me about a legit airdrop. I don't even apply for that because I just think it's the dumbest thing ever. But here is one. First they were telling there's an airdrop. Everyone click, blah, 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 blah. And then now you can see, look what they're saying. Alert, this Discord is hacked, and there's a reason why. The owners is actually a rugger. I hacked the mod, read through DMs, blah, blah, blah. You know, I probably shouldn't be saying this because probably, you know, you guys have to do your own thing to say if this is true or false, and this is probably hurting the coin, obviously, with all this stuff. But you can see all the swearing and everything going on, and yeah, crazy stuff happening on the Cedric Coin Discord this morning. Just so many Discords getting hacked. You know, people clicking on links, getting your account info, and then, you know, whatever it leads to goes from there. So just be very careful with all your stuff, guys. Free money is usually a lie and a scam. Just be very careful. Stay away from this stuff. Yeah, never click on a link, ever. Like, it's just don't do it. No matter how legit it might seem, just don't do it. Like, who cares? Oh, $5 in this coin. Might be worth it. Well, probably not worth it, but might be legit is what I mean here. Just because it's legit, I don't really care about $5 in some airdrop coin, you know, possibly losing everything. So be very careful with any type of airdrops, anything out there. A lot of these, especially with MetaMask and stuff, buying stupid meme coins, linking up to the wrong exchange or a false exchange or a false DEX or something. Like, all these things have massive holes in there. If you just simply hit that accept button, then all your funds are gone. So just be very, very careful out there, guys. Very, very careful. What's the outlook for QUBIC this week? Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. I've had a bad past 24 hours. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough today. Let's just do a refresh, see if this is still up to par. Oh, I got a rig. Oh, workstation. That makes sense. Workstation's down because I'm live streaming. So 27 souls. Not too bad. So I only have found like 5 souls past 24 hours. Down quite a bit. So I'm at 36, 38. Let's just see what the current reward is kind of looking like and kind of run through some things I've noticed over the past couple of weeks of utilizing tools like this and so on. So let's just see if I can find. Yeah, that one. You guys see that one pretty good, I think. Let's just let it do its thinking and calculation processes here. And I'm just going to bring up my cell phone calculator again so I can go through what's happening here. We can work out the block. Oh, you can't really see that. Crap, that's the wrong one. Oh, wait, I can scroll down. Can I scroll down enough, though? No, I can't. Okay, I got to find something else. Lord, nope. This one? I guess we're going to have to use this one. I apologize. So right now it is saying I should get about 9.6 per day. Obviously, I only found like 5 in the past 24 hours, so I found less than it's calculating. But I'm going to put $9.80 here. I'm going to divide that by the current price to see what a current SOL is worth. Now, this is the price of QUBIC right now, so I'm going to go 0.12345 zeros. 726. So it's currently looking like a SOL right now is worth 1,349,862. Now, all I've ever seen with this calculator since each epoch, especially on day one of every epoch, it is very high. Very, very high in profitability. It is wrong. You got to wait for at least 2 or 3 days to start averaging out. Then it gets a lot closer together for the rest. But as days go by, leading into the next epoch or towards the end of this epoch, when you're actually going to get your pay and stuff, this always goes down based on the amount of souls that are being found. So, you know, right now we're at 1.3 million. I am going to guesstimate by the time the epoch is over, we're probably going to be around 900,000 to 1.1 million coins per SOL by the end of the epoch. That's my estimate, so it'll be interesting to see how it actually ends up. But right now it is looking like about 1.3 million coins per SOL is what each solution is worth. Now, obviously, this is based on the 85% pool. There's so many different things about all the pools here. So let's kind of run through that for a second and see kind of what that means. So right now, I did switch my pool on the last day or two of the last epoch. I switched over to the fixed plus bonus rewards. So the fixed on the LI pool, the fixed plus bonus reward pool, it's a 70% fixed with a possible bonus reward if, you know, that pool that you're mining on, I think it's usually for new nodes trying to get calculated to become IDs or something. I don't really know what's going on, but the point is, if it does good, you get bonus rewards, which is supposed to be a little higher revenue than the straight up 85% fixed, which was my original pool that I did use was the 85. Now the 85 fixed one gives you 85%. right? And then 15% is obviously going to the pool for pool fees and so on, but there is no bonus coming from that. Now the solutions pool, they don't say their percentages or anything. It does look like they pay slightly bit more, but now that they did their new things going on everywhere, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till next epoch to see what they're actually paying now based on all the numbers they've been kind of giving out. I don't really know what's going on there, but so I'm gonna wait and see what happens there. Now I do have a spreadsheet just to kind of go over a few things I've noticed here. So I'm waiting for my bonus here, so let's just kind of scroll all the way down here, see if you guys can see this. You guys see my spreadsheet? So here is epoch, epoch 98. So epoch 98, here you can kind of go when it comes to difficulty and solutions. So one thing to know about QUBIC is I guess there's about 1 to 1.3 trillion coins. It's distributed every epoch, no matter what. So we can kind of get a baseline of, you know, daily emissions. And daily emissions based on like 1 trillion coins, based on current price, that's about $1 million per day that QUBIC is paying to its miners. That's quite a bit. That's just under Kaspa level type of emissions right now, which is insane to think about. That's a huge number. But just I'm trying to give you a baseline of how this works. So there's about 1 trillion coins that get distributed that week. Now, depending on how many coins is in each soul is determined on the amount of souls that are found. And that's where this example kind of comes in. Epoch 99, I found 291 souls. We're like, awesome, I found so many souls. That was an awesome week. That's not necessarily the case. It was actually one of my worst weeks. You're like, what? What are you talking about? So look, 291 souls. Each soul, because everyone else was finding so many souls as well, each soul was only worth 228,000 coins. I got a total of 66.4 million coins that epoch. Epoch 99 came around. The difficulty went up. But you can see I only found a total of 37 souls that entire week, the whole epoch. Now that's only 6 days, because day one they actually had to roll back all the souls from day one. I only found 1 or 2 anyway, but so I started this from day 2 because that's when we actually got our souls counted. So day 1 was a wipe. This is for 6 days. I found 37 souls total for that. But remember, there's still 1 trillion coins being distributed here. I only found 37 souls versus 291, but each soul in this epoch was worth 3.6 million coins. I ended up with 136.1 million coins for this epoch, even though I only found 37 souls versus 291 souls the previous epoch. So that's kind of, you know, give you an idea. It's not always about the amount of souls. Everyone is crying right now. I only found 1 soul. I only found 2 souls. I'm not finding any souls. Well, it kind of sucks for the smaller people, yes, because if you only have 1 or 2 rigs and it doesn't find a soul all week, you're not going to get paid anything. But if you do, it's almost like Ethereum, trying to hit that Ethereum block when it's worth, you know, get to Ethereum when it's worth $5,000. It's like a 10 grand drop here. Obviously, we're not getting that much here with a soul, but, you know, you're hoping to get that because each soul is worth quite a bit more. Then Epoch 100 comes around. I found 102 souls. Difficulty was, obviously we found quite a bit more, but half of this one, and we can still see each soul here was worth 924. And then Epoch 101 here, which was the last one that just went by, for 6 days, 5.5. I did use the 85, and you can switch pools at any time on the LI pool between just unsubscribe and then subscribe to the other one. And I went over to this. So now I got to wait till next week. So what's going on here is here's the 85%. I got 164 souls on that. Each soul is worth 468,000 coins for a total of 76.8 million is what I got last epoch. Now, for a day and a half here, I was on the 70% plus bonus. I got 59 souls for that last day and a half. Now, that only works out to 385,982 coins per soul, but that's before the bonus. Now, what happens here is kind of like the solutions pool where you got to wait till the end of the next epoch. So I'm going to see this bonus at the end of epoch 102, and that way I can calculate them together. And based on what's happened in previous ones, because I know Weed Farm was there, it should look like I will be getting quite a bit more in this at around 490,000 per soul, which is more than the 85% pool. but based on previous numbers that Weed Farm has been getting on using that. So I won't know the exact numbers until the end of the epoch we're mining right now to see what bonus I get for this epoch, but it should boost it up. But again, if that node does bad, you're going to end up with the lower amount per soul. So it's kind of another gamble there, but it does sound like most of the time that the bonus is working out to be higher revenue by using the bonus pool. So again, you know, I don't know how this works. This is my first test of trying this out with the bonus pool and the 70% instead. And then, you know, after I get, you know, some kind of stable numbers here, I do want to try the solutions pool. So it's going to be a long-term thing here to see just, you know, what pool to use, what should you use. There are rumors of a share-based pool coming. Now I don't know if it's coming soon or coming in the next 10 years, but there is rumors of that. Now that I know a lot of people, eyeballs are going to light up like, oh, that is awesome, but there's a lot of things that are unknown with this chain that I have no idea about. And I always like to refer to this because we have no idea, and it's solo mining and stuff. I like to refer everything to initially with Duro, because that's the only thing that really compares to what's going on here. Now, as you know, Duro has the integrator block, which is an automatic 10% fee right there going to the node no matter what. Now, if you are mining on the nodes, they just have a set, and that integrator block does go to the miners, you know, with my pool and stuff, and the community pools there. But if you're just mining to a node, which is mostly what all the solution stuff is doing, I don't know if there's a hidden percentage fee in there just based on that and so on. So there's a lot of unknowns going on. So a PPLNS pool, while it sounds great, and it'll definitely help out smaller miners because it's not solo anymore. You're basing it on shares sent, and then it's going to be divided by all the solutions that the pool finds for that week and stuff is how I'm assuming it. But we don't know if there's any hidden fees there, which can make it quite a bit worse than actually doing that solo mining. So there are so many unknowns going on with this. We have no idea what is happening, but that's kind of like how I've been gathering it so far. Now, going back to the emissions, I mentioned earlier that it is about 1 million per day. So let's just kind of compare that to the current coins of emissions. Look at Ethereum Classic, 568,000. QUBIC is almost double of ETC emissions for 24 hours. Kaspa is currently at 1.43 million, so it's not that high. That's why I said it's just below Kaspa here. So it's technically the fourth place coin in emissions right now because it's not listed on mining pool stats, but that's a lot of money that's being paid out to miners. But it's also a solo thing, and that's also starting to seem like it's turning off a lot of miners. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing goes through. Yeah, I watched the clock. I do see that there's 3 minutes left. My timer's here. We're just getting into everything, and it's almost time to go. Craziness. My throat's getting pretty sore. Oh, let's have a little coughing fit too. Dried right out from that little rant stuff. I need some water. Oh, maybe I'll just do another live stream later today, huh? We can do that too. No, maybe tomorrow because Misfits mine's tonight. I don't want to overlap them. So, we'll see. We'll figure something out. I do plan on streaming a lot more. So anyway, let's take a look at what's going on. Why is XMR dumping? Who knows? There's a lot of coins dumping right now. Some are going up, some are dumping. You never know. This is crypto. Crypto is doing crypto stuff. Oh, whoa. Why'd you do that on me? Don't do that. Let's go to the watch list here. Let's have a look at some coins. Take a look at some prices. What are things doing right now? We got Bitcoin going up. Nice. Why does the phone gives me what's so much more better information it almost seems than the website version. It's so weird. Dogecoin, it's going up. It's doing some stuff. Oh, the price is over here now. Okay, yeah, never mind. Not used to this. 19. Oh, Doge is down a bit. SHIB is down a bit. Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin doing some stuff. 102. ETC's at 33. Monero 129. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's going down. Don't worry. I feel XMR is going to come back. It's going to come back. There's probably some other something going on. But look at Raven. Raven is doing some stuff. 5 cents. 5.6 cents. That's insane. What we got here? High Mapper 15. Oh no, halfway of where it was, almost its all-time high. Chlor kind of doing not much, I guess, right now. Octa.Space down to $1.31, but I remember this thing was only like, this is like 60-70 cents like a month ago. So we're actually doing pretty good here, not too bad. Byte doing some nothingness, a bunch of redness. What else do we got here? QUBIC is what? Down 0.95. Pyron here. Gram. Oh, Gram's an interesting. Gram's been doing some things past little while. Let's take a look at this right quick. Gram all. So ever since it released, pretty much it's going up. Now, one thing I do want to point out here, Gram, if you guys mind Ton, do you guys mind Ton coin at all in the past? I guess Gram is the same way. You're not going to be able to mine Gram for very much longer. I know there's a lot of people say, oh, I was better off. I mined it for the first 2 days and I shut off because I was getting like 2,000 coins a day. Yeah, you know, that's awesome. You got a lot of coins. But, like, if you guys remember what happened with Ton, it was based on a contract. There's givers and all this stuff. And you mined it to the pool and then you got paid out. Oh, my alarm's going off. Oh, crap. Almost time to go here. So Ton, all of a sudden, the contract went up. There was no more Ton. Proof of stake, that's all there is. And then, however long later, Ton just exploded. It went pretty high in price, and everyone was talking about Ton again, but then you couldn't mine it anymore. Gram is the same thing. It's been doing nothing but going up. And pretty soon, it's not... I think there's only like 3 or 4 months of mining the entire thing. So, I'm not 100% sure on that. I got to figure those numbers out. But you're not going to be able to get any more Gram through mining very, very soon. So, it's going to be gone here. 30% pool fees. Yes, it is high pool fees because, like Ethereum, you have to use Ton to send Gram. So to get payouts, that's why they're doing that. They're taking that, they're selling it, and they're swapping it to Ton so they can keep paying out everybody because it takes a decent amount of Ton to send all these payments out over and over and over again. So that's kind of where the pool fees are. And that's another thing where there's a lot of miscalculations coming in. Now, I was wishing Gram was still on top here because just before the live stream started, now it's Pyron up top, Gram was the top again, but it's saying $2.38. Due to those pool fees, I think we're more like $1.70, $1.80 in profits because hashrate.no does not calculate a lot of these fees into here unless you manually do it through the coins and calculator process by itself. So let's just, you know what, let's just look at that right quick just to see what it'll look like. Let's go into here, and then we'll have to go. I'm already late. We're going to the... All right, so I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to jump into the calculator. No, I want to go to coins. I want to go into... Okay, we want Gram here. We're going to go into the calculator. All right, so now let's just see what is pumping out here. So for Gram, it is telling us 11.28 gigahash. 11.28 gigahash. 11.28 gigahash at, what do we got here? 254 watts. 254. And then we're going to put in a 30% pool fee. We're going to calculate this. Oh, look at our profits are only $1.23 right now after power at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, where here it's telling you we're at $2.06. So you can see it is definitely not calculating any of the pool fees when you're looking at that. So always keep that in mind. Don't just look at things and think, okay, well, this is awesome, this is awesome. Personally, myself, I'm staying on Gram just until you can't mine it anymore. You know, you might be better off, you know, mining Pyron and then buying the Gram or whatever. But, you know, I don't like to do that. I just mine what I think might do something in the future. And, you know, it could be Gram, especially with what after happened to Tom. But we'll see what happens. There you go. See, Retro Mike, 30% fee is chump change for all of us toxic FPGA miners. That's true because we're making at least $500,000-$600,000 an hour. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. We're not making that much at all. But yeah, good chump change for all the FPGA miners out there. Anyway, guys, I do have to wrap this up though because I do got to get out there and watch the new Godzilla movie. Take the little one. She's been really excited to hurry up and check it out. So I apologize for the shorter stream than usual. Again, we'll try to make it up to you sometime here throughout the week, or maybe, I don't know if I'll go live tonight because of everyone else's schedules. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.